कभी जमीन से बात की है ठाकुर?
मैं बड़ा सख्त किस्म का थानेदार हूं ठेकेदार।
आज वो ऑर्डर आया है जिसका हर फौजी का इंतजार रहता है।
It's a sad day for cinema lovers today as veteran Bollywood actor and Hindi cinema's he-man Dharmendra passed away at the age of 89 in Mumbai. The actor was battling age-related issues. The iconic actor's journey in cinema began when Dharmendra, then Dharam Singh Deol, won Filmfare magazine's nationally organized New Talent Award, which helped him move from Punjab to Mumbai to pursue his acting career. He made his debut in 1960 with the film Dil Bhi Tera, Hum Bhi Tere. While this initial film was not a commercial success, he went on to star in many successful movies. Dharmendra's charming screen presence ensured that he soon became a darling of the masses and also the directors. The matinee idol was the definition of macho-ness on the big screen. His performances and comic roles in films like Sholay, Chupke Chupke showed his range and nuance as a performer. With over 300 films over 6 decades, dual national award wins, the Padma Bhushan, and inspiring generation through their legacy, Dharmendra remains evergreen action hero who brought raw energy. Punjab da swag, a golden heart to the Indian cinema. Fans of the actor and the film fraternity bid adieu to the actor who will always be remembered for his contribution to the Hindi cinema. We pay our tributes to the legendary actor. My colleague and Times Network's Nilesh filed this report earlier.
Well, yes, it was moments back that we have been conveyed that the last rites of actor Dharmendra have been performed at the Pawan Hans crematorium, which is in Mumbai's Villapale area. However, the VIP movement still continues. The number of stars are still approaching into this crematorium to pay their last respect to actor Dharmendra, one individual who has been loved across various individuals, across various dimensions. And the current situation is that several stars have also left from this area. However, Salman Khan, Akshay Kumar, Saira Bano and other top actors and actresses are still into the crematorium with the family members of Dharmendra. Isha Deval and Hema Malini had reached earlier into this crematorium, but what we're picking up that the last rituals have been performed into this place, and not only the stars but also the fans of Dharmendra are reaching out outside this crematorium just to catch a last glimpse of his beloved stars. However, due to security concerns, the main gate has been shut for any outer entry, but they have been already pouring their heart out, stating that how much love and appreciation they have for their loved star who is no more among them. And that's a difficult part that they have to deal. They have to make themselves believe that their loved star is not among them anymore.
Now in an exclusive conversation with Times Network's group editor Navika Kumar, veteran actor Sharmila Tagore remembers her co-actor Dharmendra. Box office hit jodi of golden era of Hindi cinema. Sharmila and Dharmendra worked in 7 films together, as she recalls Dharamji as a gentle charm. Let's listen in to an excerpt from this conversation.
Yes, he was so handsome. And I stand that he was critical, but when I heard the news, I felt quite shattered. We share a birthday, 8th December. He would have been 91 and I'm 81, just 10 years apart. So yes, I feel I've lost somebody very, very dear because I really loved him, really liked him. He was such a wonderful person. And we began working together in Anupama way back with Rishikesh Mukherjee. And he was so good in the film. And there was such emotive dialogues. And Rishida used to make a lot of fun. That Dharam, don't think about your car outside. Don't think about all the financial success you have. No, this is a simple person. This is a very dedicated, honest person. And Dharam would, love a smile, his deprecating smile. The smile, which is so wonderful. I can't believe he's gone.
I know it's a little difficult to accept, but the film, it just shows you Satyakam, Anupama. These are films that show you the depth of
Yes.
the actor that he was. Hardly any dialogues in Anupama, if I remember correctly.
And before that, we worked in Devar.
Yes.
That was also a very, not the typical, Hindi film. It was also a very emotive role that he had. He was very good in that. That was our first film together. And in Satyakam.
We'll play the rest of this chunk very soon, but joining me today is a legendary film director, Padma Shri Ramesh Sippy ji, who directed Dharam ji in hit films like our favorite Sholay, Sita or Geeta. Welcome, Mr. Sippy on ET Now. Mr. Sippy, how would you describe Dharmendra ji's greatest legacy in, the Indian cinema? You have such a long-standing relationship, friendship with Dharmendra ji. So how would you describe, the past few decades of Indian cinema with Dharampaa ji, as we all fondly call him?
I think on a day like this, I would first like to remember him as a wonderful soul. And then a great actor. I mean, I had some wonderful times with him on and off the sets, but mostly on the sets, which he just was so rich in his performance that so outgoing. That was the personality of that character, and he added a large dose of Dharmendra to it. I think the result was fabulous. Everybody in Sholay did their job extremely well. And each role stood out because the actors playing those roles did so much to bring life and give so much heart and soul to that character. So I think Dharamji, as a person, was such a straight and simple person. He was an open book. You could read him if he was a bit unhappy about something, it would show on his face. And if he was happy, it would be everything lit up around him. Alas, there will be no more. We will miss him terribly. We will relive some of his roles with him on screen, but we will miss him terribly.
Indeed, we will miss him terribly. But Sippy ji, Dharmendra has given us some of, the most iconic film dialogues, the most iconic character, that of Veeru, where you worked so closely with him in Sholay. Uh, can you share some anecdotes while working with Dharamji on this character, Veeru? कुत्ते कमीने मैं तेरा खून पी जाऊंगा, बसंती इन कुत्तों के सामने मत नाचो, has transcended generations. People say it even today. So tell us more.
That is one thing about Dharamji. Once he's in it, the camera's on, he lives. He is no longer Dharmendra, he is that character. He is Veeru. And on that, whether it's the emotional part in the end or in the scene you're just showing on the tank, he just stood out. He was a very outgoing character in Sholay as compared to Amit Ji's subdued and silent Jay. He brought so much zest and life. Together, they were a dynamic combination. But Dharamji brought so much to life. I think it was, I just don't know what to say on a day like this because my heart is full. I can't seem to bring myself to terms that he is no more. And yet, I see so much of him coming to life in front of me now also on the screen, as well as all that he did in Sholay and Sita Aur Geeta. Even in Sita Aur Geeta, he played such a wonderful role, a smaller role, yes, that was Himaji's film, but his performance as the wonderful street performer was absolutely magnificent. I can't tell you how much of a people's person he is. He loves people. He loves giving himself to the people with so much of affection, and he's powerful, and yet there is a child in him.
Yes. Sippy ji, speaking of Sita or Geeta, I must share this that, this is on my mother's side, on my family side. It's one of the favorite films that we would watch during all our, family get-togethers. We used to own a cassette of Sita and Geeta. But you've also praised Dharmendra's willingness to act in Sita or Geeta, which was quite bold for a male star at that point in time because it was a female-led film, Hemaji's film, as you said. So tell us the story behind it. How did he decide to take this role? How did you convince him?
Wasn't easy. He had his doubts. He wanted to work with me after Andaz. He liked doing good films, good roles. So I said, this is Hema Malini's central character. But if I don't have two very good actors opposite her, I won't be able to make it work. So if you are willing to fall in line we'll do some wonderful work later also. And even in this film, Sita or Geeta, you will certainly come out good. Yes, it is Hema Malini's film, but you will come out very much there within your role, and people will understand. And that's exactly what happened. Both Sanjeev Kumar and Dharamji came up with fine performances, and they were appreciated. Of course, Hema Malini stole the show. It was her film. But I managed to convince him, and he did it, and that made a connection between us, which brought him to the fore for Sholay. And in Sholay, he heard the script and said, but the story belongs to Sanjeev Kumar. Should I not be doing Sanjeev Kumar's role? I said, yes, you could. Or maybe Gabbar, so colorful. His lines, he's a very powerful character. I said, yes, go ahead. You can do either of them if you want to, but you won't get Hema Malini. So he, of course, smiled, and then he said, no, I think you're right. It's better that I do that role, but whoever plays that, there are good actors playing those roles, don't worry. But that's what you call a good script, and everybody's role is liked, and every actor wanting to play the other character is a sign of how good the script is. But Dharamji knew this was his role, and he played it well. He played it beautifully, and along with Amitabh made a swell pair. Ye dosti hum nahi todenge.
It was bromance was even before bromance was a thing. Like the Jay and Viru ki jodi is spoken about, and it's been referenced over the past many decades and generation. And as you mentioned, Sippy ji, playing supporting and even the non-hero roles, Dharmendra ji was okay. Showed, his decision showed confidence and vision. Thank you so much, Sippy ji, for joining us today, sharing, your anecdotes with Dharmendra ji. Thank you so much for joining us today. Well, it